Okay, everybody, welcome back to Campfire Spookhouse. I'm Scary Terry.
I'm Rock Horror.
Today we are recording review for episode 41, which is Smile, from writer and director Parker Finn. It was a follow-up to and based on Laura Hasn't Slept by Parker Finn, which was a 2020 short film.
Okay.
It was produced by Marty Bowen, Wick Godfrey, Isaac Klausner, and Robert Salerno, and it starred Sosie Bacon as Dr. Rose Cotter, which I'd never even seen her in anything before, but I thought she was terrific in this.
Yes, she was.
Kyle Gallner as Joel, Jessie T. Usher as Trevor, Robin Weigart as Dr. Madeline Northcott, Caitlin Stacy as Laura Weaver, Cal Penn as Dr. Morgan Desai, Rob Morgan as Robert Talley, Jillian Zinser as Holly. Description of the film is: after witnessing a bizarre traumatic incident involving a patient, a psychiatrist becomes increasingly convinced she is being threatened by an uncanny entity. Its release date was September 30th, 2022. Its budget was $17 million. And its box office return was $217.4 million. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I think this film is very clever and unique. What I really love about it is that the writer and director, Parker Finn, it seems like he really knows how to make a movie based off the fact that you have this main character, Rose, who was dealing with a patient at the very beginning who clearly has this entity that's latched onto her, this curse. And the details she gives are so vague, and we don't know what's in her head. We don't know what she's seeing.
Yeah.
It's only just what she's giving us. And as the film sort of progresses and after her death, we see now what the main character, Rose, has inherited from this woman. And now the build-up of the mentality and the insanity that she's going through, I thought they did an incredible job with, especially inducing the anxiety, the paranoia that she was feeling. We also, as the viewer, felt.
Yeah.
And then to know that there was some trauma that she had growing up with her mother, I just thought it was beautiful that by the end, she actually confronts that trauma, that terror, with the hallucination of her mother. I think it's really, really well done. I think it was brilliantly well done.
Yeah, it's a great film and great filmmaking because you're correct in that it was just the execution. The execution was pretty perfect.
Mm-hmm.
The transitions to when she's going into those hallucinating states.
Yes.
Always flawless.
Yes.
Whether it is sound, some sort of camera movement. I think the first time when she leaves the hospital to go on leave, they did shaky cam.
Yeah.
Which is literally, that is when you want to use shaky cam.
Yeah.
Not just during Jason Bourne fights.
Right.
Like it really helped to show the kind of disorienting feeling.
Yes.
That she was going through at that specific time.
Yes.
But they never used that specific thing again. This is what I love about this movie, is that the use of these kind of unique or traditional, like just filmmaking tactics. It just came across really kind of flawless, which kept you in the narrative.
Yeah, it was a nice flow. It was a good pace because they're subtle with the hints that they're implying, but they're also not focusing so much or rehashing the same shit over and over again, which is really great. You did see close-ups too at times of her eyes, like the fear in her eyes, and then the nail biting that she was doing in the car, which I thought was also really terrific.
And this is the other thing, and I believe you mentioned that when we were watching it, is that the performances were great.
They were.
There was no miscasting in this.
No.
Everything, even the little boy who got, even her nephew who got the dead cat in the box.
Yeah.
His reaction was not overplayed.
No, not at all.
He seemed like a kid that would be more shocked. Shocked and then fear would set in.
Yeah.
As opposed to just like, what because it's his aunt that gives it to him. So
yes, and he's trusting.
Yeah, and he's trusting. So at that moment, when that trust is being broken, he's
violated.
more confused than anything.
Absolutely, and because like what kind of broke my heart a little bit is he opened the box and there was the paper, like a tissue paper on top. And before he lifted that up, he looked at everyone and smiled.
Mhm.
So he was really excited, but that also broke my heart because it's like, man,
Yeah,
you're going into something really deep here.
that was so those sorts of things. You know that kind of phenomenon when you experience like secondhand embarrassment or anxiety.
Yes,
As soon as she showed up to her sister's house for her nephew's birthday party, and she'd been going through those things,
yeah,
I started feeling that immediately.
yeah, because she was already not of sound mind
Yes.
before leaving.
Mhm.
And then once she actually shows up, even when her sister opened the door for her,
Yeah.
you could see like in her face, like she should not be stepping into this house right now. And then it makes it worse when you have the whole circle of the whole party that's there, everyone there.
Exactly.
And I mean, the sister really knows who she is, right?
Mhm.
All these other kind of strangers in the house, like it was just as shocking and revolting for them to witness
Yes.
the death of the cat, also packed and wrapped and given to a child. It's devastating. It's very disturbing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But performance is, very compelling, very believable. And I was saying when we were watching that if they weren't, I don't think this movie would have been able to hold itself up as well as it did.
Yeah. So I would say in horror movies in general, the performances are paramount in order to pulling off these sorts of stories.
Right. But what was your favorite performance?
It was Rose's performance.
Yeah, she was really good. I think it's worth mentioning too.
What's her name again? Saucy Bacon.
Saucy Bacon, Sosie Bacon. Yeah. Caitlin Stacy, who played Laura Weaver right at the very beginning, the one that had the smile and killed us. I thought she was really good too.
Yeah, like I said, whether the parts were big, small, or somewhere in between.
Yeah.
There were no misses.
Yeah.
Which really kept you in the narrative as the story progressed.
I think obstacles, right? So we have an obstacle in the way of Rose, which is her fiance, who she is the most trusting man in her life, right? Who she can kind of open up to. But he sort of, what we sort of took it as, I guess, when watching, was that he's very self-absorbed. He's kind of in his own little world, but he likes easy. He likes things to be a certain way.
He seems to only be able to function if things are
normal.
Not necessarily normal, just where things have some level of order. He doesn't seem like someone who has a capacity to deal with random.
Right.
So I think with him, it would probably take a much longer time to adapt to whatever it is was going on there. Then it's not like it's impossible, but it would take him a while to come around.
Which explains why he was being so dismissive.
Yeah, because I don't think that he has the capacity. I think he just strikes me as a person, and that's kind of how the character was presented, where his entire life was designed so that he knew what was coming. He seems like the type of person that would know what he's wearing for the next 7 days of the week.
Right, yes.
And he knows what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. And that is the only thing that makes sense to him.
Yeah.
So as soon as she starts to kind of break out of that, then their relationship is, the inevitability of the end of their relationship is right there, because he does not know how to exist in anything other than what is like this organized, this organized structure of his making.
Yeah. And I think it's because I was asking you when she was talking to him in the car, explaining what she's going through. I was like, I asked you, how would you handle the situation? I mean, this guy, like, clearly he's not going to just be like, okay, I understand. Let's try to resolve the solution or find a solution. Let's try to figure this out together. It was more like, you're a fucking psycho. Now, I do understand the killing of the cat that was really fucked up. So
I believe with him, there were little elements. I think the actor Jessie, who also plays A-Train in The Boys, he did a great job of playing this character by holding back.
Yeah.
So you would see holding back his emotions, like kind of reserving his judgment.
Yeah.
So when she had her first episodes, and she would like break the glass or even with the knife,
yeah,
you would see that there's more in the back of his eyes.
Yeah.
That maybe there's more thoughts he had, but he would keep them in.
Yeah.
He would keep them in because once again, he's presented as this person who's not comfortable kind of making that decision or coming out right and saying something unless there's more information present for him.
Yeah.
This is why when the whole cat thing happens and she makes her confession, he calls a professional.
Yes.
He calls her therapist to come and talk to her because he doesn't feel equipped.
Right.
Now, on the one end, you might say that, well, that's a logical or practical thing to do.
I do think a lot of people might kind of...
It makes sense.
It, yeah.
On the other hand, you might say, well, how come he couldn't like support her?
Yeah.
Once again, maybe he's not equipped to do that, and with good reason, because you have her ex, Joel, who he's more equipped to do that. But is he? Because he's more equipped to deal with random because he's a cop.
Yeah.
It makes sense. We don't know what Jesse's character he does for a living, but it's this professional and structured thing.
Yes.
Whereas that Joel is a cop, but what that entails, and he's a cop who goes out and investigates, and
he's used to seeing kind of unusual things all the time happening. Yeah.
So because he's used to unusual is his normal.
Yes.
He is able to walk a further place with her, or even be closer to her while she's going through that.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean that he's necessarily prepared.
Right.
Of course, you see the ending of the film, and you understand that even he was not really equipped to handle or deal with that.
Yeah. But he also did still harbor feelings for her because they did have a past relationship, so because of that and his still interest in her, that also helps for him to be like, because I feel like if he was dealing with just some random, like on the street or whatever, for a case he's trying to solve or look into, he might be more dismissive of it. Yeah. But because it was her specifically, he wants to help and would be more susceptible to believing her. I just think that Joel as well did such a great job in the movie too. I think he was really fantastic in it, and someone who was driven to help her, and be there for her.
Yeah.
And then the whole ending really just threw me for a loop with her, especially with killing herself in the end. But there was that great actor in prison that they went to see, who told her that the only way that she can actually move past this is that if she kills somebody else.
Yeah.
But there has to be a witness present to seeing her.
Yeah.
So that witness, that trauma can be passed on to them.
He was on so many Netflix shows, as I said.
Yeah.
He was in Daredevil. He was also I think he at least did an episode or two in Jessica Jones.
Okay.
Because remember, that was all the same universe.
Yeah.
So he was throughout. He was in Luke Cage.
Yeah.
And then he was a deputy in Stranger Things.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it kind of really bummed me out though, because I get why she wouldn't kill somebody else, but like, damn it, if you had only done that. But then if she did that, she'd be in the same position as the guy in jail, where now she's in prison or whatever for the rest of her life.
Because you need a witness.
Yeah, exactly. So
it guarantees you going to prison.
And then even the loop that they kind of threw us for in the end too, like after her mom's house had burned down and she walked out and then supposedly went to Joel's apartment to like tell him that she still has feelings and whatever, and let him know that she's really sorry about who she is, and explored her trauma a little more with him, all to find out that that's not actually happening and that she was in her mom's house still. Like that was just great filmmaking, man.
Yeah, it was. It made you rethink or reconsider everything that you were seeing, and what what the end was gonna be. Like, is this inevitable, or is this a way out?
But I think I love it too because it's like we are inside her mind where she's questioning everything that she's seeing and everything that's happening all the time. So are we as the audience. So for that, I find the film to be very compelling.
Yeah.
And gripping. And then there's a sequel to it too, Smile 2, which sounds amazing. I haven't seen yet, but damn. Great cast of characters, great music in the movie too, actually. Yeah. And the music there was some times where hearing it in the background, it felt almost like a music box.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
I also liked the part of the movie where she started to be her own like private eye.
Yeah. Where she's kind of going to investigate herself.
Mm-hmm. And trying to get some answers and figure out exactly what's happening is how she ended up meeting the guy in jail.
Yeah. It's also nice too how like her last resort being Joel would end up being the guy that she kind of has to go to because no one else is believing her.
Yeah.
Even Cal Penn from Harold and Kumar, I thought he was really good in the movie too, as her boss.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, just I think overall really good film. I think I don't know, even though there's a lot that I like about it, I don't know if I would give it a 4.5 jump scares or a perfect 5. So I think I'm going to give it a 4. But I do really like the movie. I think that it's great. So
I like this one better than
Pet Sematary. Oh boy.
Oh, absolutely. But I like this one better than most. I'm not that high on it. I don't think it's a classic or something like that. I don't necessarily think that it's a movie that I will watch sometime soon. But if this movie was on, I wouldn't turn it off.
True, but it really started off kind of slow too. The film got better.
The beginning was slow.
On. Yeah.
And it did get better as it went on. Yeah. For me, I'd go a little bit higher though. I would go 4.25.
4.25.
4.25 for me because I think there was enough there. The performances, the filmmaking.
Yeah.
It was enough of a package of great cinema.
Yeah.
That I think it deserves just a nudge above 4.
I also want to, say that like her father, Kevin Bacon, a staple in horror films as well, also legendary for roles like Friday the 13th and Hollow Man and Stir of Echoes. I think it's great that she seems to be embarking on the same path. Mm-hmm. And hopefully her role in this film, her performance in this film will continue to lead her into other horror films. I'd like to see her do more in this genre.
Yeah, and just in general, I just think she has great acting chops.
I'd like to see. So this film was her like kind of developing this insanity. I'd like to see a horror movie with her where she's already insane, mentally insane, but she's like a villain because of it. Like she's ruthless, she's evil.
Yeah,
that would be really cool, I think, to see. But I think 4 jump scares from me and 4.25 from Rock Horror. Let us know what you guys think of the movie Smile. We're curious to know. And don't forget to be there for our next episode, which will be episode 42. And we are recording review for The Sixth Sense from writer and director M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalama Ding Dong.
Shyamalama Ding Dong.
That would have been the movie that kind of sent him to the stratosphere. Correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, because he became the one known for the mysterious twist endings. Right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So be there for our next episode, The Sixth Sense. You're not going to want to miss it. In the meantime, we are signing off. I'm Scary Terry.
I'm Rock Horror.
And we are Campfire Spookhouse, where we scare ourselves awake. So we will see you guys next time.